Today, the moon continues in Libra. Libra is the sign of the peacemaker, of harmony, of balance, where we need balance in our lives. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Monday, August 17th. The moon finishes out its time in Libra today before heading into Scorpio, where we dive deeper into mystery and transformation. So that change of the moon sign happens at 2:45 p.m. Pacific. So before that, we're finishing out our time with the moon in Libra, focusing on themes of harmony and balance. And balance, of course, does not mean that you achieve some sort of stasis or status quo that you get to just, have I don't know, we have some idea of like happily ever after or like eternal peace or like this thing that we're going to achieve that means we never have to worry about life anymore, right? But that's not real balance. Real balance is dynamic. Real balance has to be reevaluated. So if we're thinking about balance in our daily lives, we have to ask ourselves every day, is this the right balance for me? Or if not every day, at least periodically, right? Are things in my life in the right balance? Is this working for me? Is there something I need to shift or adapt to or adjust? Just the way you would, those balance exercises. Like if you're walking across a balance beam or a log, right? You have to constantly adjust to maintain that balance. So you have to notice where things get out of balance and bring them back into balance. And eventually you find sort of that comfort level with being able to stay true to yourself and keep going. But we're always needing to do that work of asking, where do I need to adjust? What needs to change? As we change, right? We grow and change. So we might need to make changes in how we express ourselves or in our relationships or whatever. So this Libra moon with its conjunction to Venus over the weekend, which was really beautiful. If you got a chance, they're still close in the sky, but if you get a chance, or if you had a chance over the weekend to see the two in the sky after sunset, just so beautiful. We're doing this work of finding balance, and often balance and the work of Libra means finding or achieving a new equilibrium. So what does that look like when we discover, we need to stand up for ourselves or speak up more or take up space or stop compromising in ways that are not healthy for us or that our needs are not getting met? So we're looking at that process of where the equilibrium might be changing and where we need to move or adapt to create something that is even more harmonic, something more peaceful, something that works better for us. So that dynamic, changing equilibrium, the balance of the past may need to change. So we're stepping into and finding where the new balance or the real balance is in our lives, and moving through these themes with Mars in Cancer. We're feeling emotional, right? The emotions coming to the surface, and the need to defend and protect, and our emotional reactivity maybe being on the surface with Mars in Cancer. Also Mercury in Leo, that just like needing to express our lion roar and speak up and share what we think. So, that can create some tension and conflict and or discomfort. So how we negotiate this, how we navigate this with the Libra moon is, of course, we're trying to build bridges and we're trying to find common ground, but there might also be some places where your values are really important. And you have to say, maybe this relationship or this environment is not conducive to me living according to my values. So it's kind of about not compromising anymore on what's important to us and making those hard decisions, sometimes for the sake of balance for ourselves, so we can live in a way that's more authentic, whole, and truthful and honest, and not have to feel like we're making compromises or sacrificing our own needs. So taking a look at where those compromises might be happening, seeing where adjustments are needed in relationship, and where the need to change that equilibrium might be. So those are some of the themes that are coming up. And then as the moon goes into Scorpio, we take that deeper dive into ourselves and our own process of transformation and how we access the vulnerability and the honesty and the truth that is going to help us ultimately become more powerful. And Scorpio is about power, right? But there are different kinds of power. And so there's the power of feeling like you're better than someone, or you can dominate or get what you want. But then there's the other kind of power that is the power to transform. And that is the higher road of Scorpio. So some food for thought. Thanks for joining me. And I'm Marina Orms. I'm here every day with Astrology for Unshakable Self-Care. My podcast episode from yesterday came out about the lunar node shift. So shifting lunar nodes means we're changing our approaches to evolution and how we think about karma and our collective karma, and how to approach that from the perspective of power and privilege and community, and where we need to show up authentically. So that was episode 11, came out yesterday. It's available on my YouTube channel. Also, you can find all episodes at transformationalastrology.com. Thanks again for following this YouTube channel, for following my podcast. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.